Hi, I'm Daphne Richards and this is Augie. Our question this week comes from viewer Jason Wisser in Driftwood about his troubled Texas mountain laurels. He recently transplanted these from young shrubs from another area of his property, and now they're chlorotic and dropping leaves like mad. Jason would like to know if there's anything he can do to save the plants. Unfortunately, this problem is not uncommon. Texas mountain laurels are notoriously challenging to transplant, and the symptoms here are classic signs of transplant shock with this shrub. The roots of Texas mountain laurel do not respond well to being cut, and those who found success with transplanting are those that have been able to dig enough of the root ball to give the plant a fighting chance. The younger the plant, the smaller the root ball, and the easier it is to dig wide enough and deep enough to include most of the roots without disturbing them. At this point, Jason, I'd suggest a wait-and-see approach. If we have an unusually hot, dry spring and summer, water the plants accordingly, but otherwise leave them alone and see what happens. Don't even prune the top until you're sure that it's completely dead. They may come back in time. Although many people report success, I only have one experience with transplanting a Texas mountain laurel. It was about half the size of these, but had a similar negative response to being moved. It eventually, and I mean about a year later, began to reemerge from the roots after I'd long given it up for dead. Our plant this week is Barbados Cherry, a South Texas native shrub that does great in Central Texas, especially now that our winters are trending warmer. Listed as hardy to Zone 8, Barbados Cherry will be evergreen in mild winters and deciduous when we have periods of frost. There are both dwarf and standard varieties available, with the standard commonly getting up to 6 feet tall and almost as wide. The dwarf tends to mound, making a nice, shrubby ground cover to about 3 feet wide. The pink flowers, which resemble those of crepe myrtle, will cover the plant from the time temperatures are reliably warm in spring all the way through mid-fall. Both flowers and fruit are present at the same time, making this a great wildlife plant for pollinators and birds alike, and it's a key food source for them during the hottest months of summer. The fruit is also edible to humans and high in vitamin C, but very tart, although it's great for making homemade jelly. Barbados Cherry thrives in shady spots, but plant in at least morning sun for best floral display and fruit production. It easily tolerates our alkaline soils and is a wonderful, easy care plant for home landscapes. Water well during the first year of establishment, then sparingly if at all, except during extremely hot and dry times. Our viewer pictures this week come from Amy and George Horn of this beautiful blooming aloe, and from Pat Clendenin in Georgetown, who got a surprise when her pass-along cactus finally bloomed. It turns out that it's actually a starfish cactus, also called the carrion plant. And yes, Pat confirmed, the flower smells terrible, but the bloom is fun to watch unfold. And Audrienne Teach also sent us a photo of her beautiful native Texas star hibiscus. And I'd like to extend a special invitation for you to come by and visit the Travis County AgriLife Extension team of agents, Travis County Master Gardeners, Augie, and myself at Extension's annual East Austin Garden Fair, being held April 8, 2017, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll have lots of informational booths across a wide variety of horticultural and health-related topics. The City of Austin is sponsoring free soil testing, and we'll even have about 500 free plants to give away. For more information, head over to centraltexashorticulture.blogspot.com. We'd love to hear from you, so please check out klru.org/ctg to send us your questions, pictures, and videos.